Getting into Central London from Stansted Airport is pretty straightforward, and the easiest option would be the Stansted Expres. So what you need to do is go to their official website, which I've linked in the description below, and you can book your ticket there. You can also book it locally, but if you want to get it ahead of time, you can definitely do that. So we're going to start with our origin, which we're going to say is Stansted Airport. You've got a few other options here. You've got Liverpool Street, Tottenham Hale, and Stratford. We'll say we're going from Stansted Airport. We want a one-way. We're going to pick a random date here. We'll say we're going on the 28th, and it's just going to be one adult, and we're going to click this purple button. And then next, it's going to take us to a screen where it shows us basically the cheapest fares. We can look at some other fares. Maybe we want to be fancier and get a standard single. These are typically closer to your departure rather than these advanced ones. So there's a certain time frame. I'm not quite sure on the time frame, but the sooner you book it, the cheaper it will be. So we're going to go with this cheaper option. I'm going to have a look at the train times, make sure my flight arrives at a time when the train is running. So you can look here, they've got later times and earlier times, just to give yourself an idea of when the trains are running, and they're fairly frequent, as you can tell. And so I'm happy with this cheaper fare right here. It's non-refundable, non-exchangeable. I'm booking this cheapest ticket because I just want a cheap ticket. I'm not worried about any flexibility, but there are options to make it more flexible. But in my case, I'm not going to be flexible. Now I'm going to click continue. And so it's going to take me to this page to show me basically what I'm purchasing. If I've got a promo code, I could stick it here. If I want to buy more tickets, maybe I'm traveling with some people, we can put our booking all on one. And then here we've got some options for refund terms. Basically, this is kind of like insurance. So if you do want to add insurance to your ticket, you can do that. I always recommend insurance. You never know what might happen. I always say that if you can't afford insurance, then you can't afford to travel. You need insurance basically for all travel. You never know what might happen to you. I do know of people who have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in repatriation on medical jets. That is one way to get a private flight, but you're not going to want that kind of flight. So if you're ever on the fence about travel insurance, definitely look and see if your credit card offers it. Some bank accounts offer it. Even employers sometimes offer it, but always check. I would always recommend traveling with insurance. So in this case, I am going to upgrade my ticket for that £1.65. Just in case, you can see here it covers, public transport failure, private vehicle failure. What if your car breaks down on the way to Stansted? Those sorts of things. So I'm just going to say yes. And so now it's going to load the payment terms, and it gives you a couple of different ways to pay here. And so once you've paid, you're going to get your ticket very quickly. It's going to be instant. And you can either print it as a PDF if you want a paper copy. If you don't have access to a printer or you just don't want to print it, that's fine. You can show it as a PDF on your phone, and you can also add it to your Apple Wallet. And that's it. When you get to Stansted, you will see signs for the Stansted Express. If you're going from Tottenham Hale or London Liverpool or Stratford, there will be signs as well. It'll be pretty obvious which train is the Stansted Express. And that's it. It's that easy.